I cannot mentor this person forever. Once that person is able to reach that degree, it's up to him to be the next mentor to somebody else na.
In this video, we are graced by an LGBTQ leader, a person who have reached his status now as a leader and associate director in a reputable organization through his effort to prove his competence and prove his worth, not only for his customers, but also for the people that he leads. I'd like you to meet our friend, our LGBTQ pride, Sir Agor.
Let's talk about the now normal. What keeps you awake at night, no, as a leader in the now normal? No?
Oh my
Ayan.
God, a
Digital
lot.
marketing and advertising tayo, ah. Oh.
A lot now with the normal that we have right now. One of the more pressing things that have kept me up at night would be the mental health of the members of the team. It's hard to connect with these guys from a virtual perspective, even if the intent is fully there. So those are the things that would keep me up at night, primarily because it's also one of the reasons why a lot of people choose to leave nowadays. People would just really resign with nowhere to go to, with no prospects whatsoever, just because they're really tired.
And considering in the now normal, we as leaders are also managing our own mental health.
Yeah.
It does not free being a leader does not free us up from this kinds of pressures and storms, right? Just like what our people are experiencing. How have you adapted your leadership style? Is there anything that you are doing differently and consistently in the now normal that is allowing you to sustain the leadership?
Well, one of the things that I had to adjust was myself, my leadership style, first and foremost, how I perceive things. One of the things that I learned ever since the lockdown from last year was that everyone is lacking patience at the moment. Everyone. Like with that in mind, I also had to understand, okay, it's easier said than done. Na parang easier said na, extend your patience. I myself, I'm going through like the same problem, right? So how do I do that? So what I tried to do was not the small stuff anymore. Now I had to be more mindful. Now, okay, there's this mistake. When do we fix this? How do we fix this? How much more time do you need to fix this? So I really had to adjust my expectations personally on that level. On another aspect, I also had to reach out more frequently to the members of the team. I just really talk about, how have you been? What have you been, experiencing, etc., etc. Ask about their families. Parang downtime lang din nila.
So I like the two things that you just shared. The first one was you said, inuna kong nag-adjust yung sarili ko. Humble leaders really look at themselves first before they point on other
Other
people.
people.
No?
Yeah.
So the first adjustment is actually within me. We all get to deeper or broader roles. How do you as a talent and as a leader keep a good balance between empowering people and ensuring quality of work output? Because if it is within our control pa, then I'm sure the excellence is there. But if you are now embracing a role far bigger than what you can individually embrace, that striking of the balance between empowerment and ensuring quality is a bit tricky now. What's your practice?
As a leader, that is one of the key things that I really had to develop in myself. And up until now, I'm still like learning how to. I had to trust the other person. And I think giving that trust, it's very difficult, especially for someone who's supposed to be establishing control. But I also had to trust myself that I have taught them enough for them to be able to do it on their own. I cannot mentor this person forever. I can only mentor that person up to a certain degree. Once that person is able to reach that degree, it's up to him to be the next mentor to somebody else na. There has to be like a transference of knowledge and capability that has to happen one way or another. I had to let go at some point and see them do it on their own, make their own mistakes without me shielding it from them or without me trying to catch the bullet for them. I had to learn how to trust them to make the mistakes as well and to empower themselves on their own to use the knowledge that I have given them. What I realized is that If I am always there for them, they cannot make their own discarte. They cannot make the knowledge I gave them their own. And they cannot add to that. So at some point, I really had to let go. I had to trust them that they learned enough for them to be able to do it on their own as well.